Where am I this time? I sat up and realized I was in bed. A bed in a room. A room I knew all too well. Or so I thought at first. Something wasn't right though. This isn't my room! While I was struggling to make sense of everything, there was a click and the door to the room opened. And just like that, I came to face my unlikely savior.
Feeling better, are we? Jolly good. You gave us quite a scare there.
As the little gray blob came scurrying over to me, my brain finally started to register what was going on. You're not Siri. Who are you? Indeed, I'm often told we look alike, but it's as you say. I am not the Honorable Siri. Likewise, this is not your room back at the Last Defense Academy. This is, in fact, second to last Defense Academy. What? Honorable Siri? Second to last? You are from the main campus, are you not? With that class armor, you could scarcely be mistaken for a civilian. My, but I was surprised when I found you. I never expected to see one of our soldiers collapse out in the wilderness. You mean you saved me? You might say that. Our defense system picked up an unidentified reading in the vicinity, so I tootled off to investigate. That's when I found you, young man, face down in the dirt. Once I realized you were one of us, I brought you back to the academy, luckily split. I guess I must have passed out during the storm. I still don't understand how that happened, though. Did I get blown into a wall and hit my head? Maybe it'll come back to me later. I must say, it's not every day we receive a visitor from the illustrious main campus. Did you walk all the way here? It's no wonder you slept so long. You called this second to last academy, didn't you? What is this place and who are you? Before I answer that, I have an important question for you, soldier. Would you like some onigiri? You must be simply famished after your little siesta. They were only simple rice balls, but the sight of them made my mouth water. I felt like I hadn't eaten in days. My body moved automatically. I wasn't thinking about where I was or whether they were safe to eat. I just shoveled in onigiri after onigiri, desperate to sate my hunger. It does my heart good to see a youngin' enjoying their food so. But I imagine you'll be wanting to know more about this place. I'll have to introduce you to the others as well. What others? The other students of this academy, dear boy. They're currently engaged in a training exercise in the gymnasium. When say we continue this conversation later? I'll go on ahead and leave you to settle your nerves. You should be able to find the way without my help. Our school is laid out exactly like yours. With that said, the strange creature hurried away, his stubby little legs a blur beneath him. There's another academy, like a second campus? It even has students to protect it? Just like ours? Why would they set things up like that, though? I don't understand any of this. I guess I should head to the gym. Maybe I'll get some answers. Second academy? What? Where the heck am I? Bro, I just got like knocked out by some stranger out in the open, and then I end up here? What the heck happened to Gaku and Tsubasa? Walking to school hallways gave me major deja vu. It was similar to Last Defense Academy here, but just different enough to be noticeable. The disconnection between familiar and unfamiliar was actually a little unsettling. First floor gym? So I gotta go to the gym. Where the heck is the gym? Did we even have a gym? In, our school? Because I didn't remember seeing one. Wait, it's right here? This wasn't even unlocked in our school. As I stepped into the gym, the place fell silent, and everyone who was there turned to look at me.
Huh? Who? Oh, you're the Sleeping Beauty Nico brought in. Good to see you up and about, man. You really had us worried. I tried cutting off one of your fingers, but even that didn't wake you up. Huh? Kidding, bro. You get spooked easy, huh? Don't worry. I never mutilate someone who can't fight back. Where's the fun in that?
You slumbered for a full 2 days, sir. Don't neglect to show Nigo due gratitude for rescuing you. Without his intervention, the invaders would be dining on your corpse by now.
2 days? I was out that long?
Now, where's my thanks?
What?
Being the most high-born member of the Academy, it's only natural that any and all achievements here belong to me. So it's me you should be thanking! Go on, do it! Strip naked, get on your knees, and commit ritual suicide! I demand proper gratitude!
Why would you save my life just to make me kill myself?
Now, young miss. You mustn't tease the poor fellow so. Besides, we haven't even introduced ourselves yet. Proper etiquette and all that. Allow me to start. I am known as Nigo. I'm the commanding officer here at Second to Last Defense Academy. In addition to keeping this place running, I also serve under the Honorable Sire when the occasion demands it. Let's work hard to keep this school safe.
Yeah. Nice to meet you too.
This young lady is Kiyoshika Magadori. She was raised in a forest on the very outskirts of the Tokyo residential complex, where she dedicated herself to learning Bushido, the way of the warrior. You may find her a little old-fashioned at times, but her steadfast sense of justice makes her an invaluable ally.
Kiyoshika Magadori at your service, sir. I am honored to make your acquaintance.
Thanks. Same here.
She sounds like she just walked out of the historical drama. When you say samurai, this is pretty much what most people imagine. She must be really proud of her heritage.
If I may ask, have you any idea what caused you to stay unconscious for so long?
My head kind of hurts, so that might have something to do with it. Otherwise, I have no idea.
In that case, it is my sorrow to inform you that you are afflicted with a dread disease. We attempted to treat it, but it was too late.
A disease? Wait, what do you mean too late?
It is a rare malady known as a migraine. As I understand it, 'tis caused by an intense yearning for rice, oats, and the like. Your body wastes away, while your earthly hunger tethers your soul to this plane, eternally calling out for that which you crave. Migraine! Migraine! In the end, you'll be naught but a skeleton, terrifying people with your eerie laugh and indecent requests to see young ladies' panties.
What do panties have to do with anything?
That's not what a migraine is. It's just a really bad headache.
It's not a rare, incurable disease?
No, I'm pretty sure a migraine's not a disease. It's just something that, like, happens on an occasion.
Lady Kurara, you deceived me!
As you can see, Kiyoshika's knowledge of the modern world is somewhat lacking, but her heart is in the right place.
That's putting it mildly. She's completely out of touch.
Moving on, this is Yugamu Omokage. He's a fine, upstanding teenage assassin with a fascinating family history. So long as you're not squeamish, that is.
Hey, how's it going?
You're an assassin?
Yeah, it's the family business. I was groomed for it. Well, not groomed so much as, experimented on.
What? What did they do to you?
Don't sweat it. Truth is, I'm not the biggest fan of the work my family and I do. We don't know the people we kill. It's so impersonal. I can't stand staining my hands with meaningless kills. I'd prefer to murder someone I love. Someone who wants to kill me just as much.
What?
Assassination is an art form, man. An expression of joy, love, all that good stuff. And a little mutual bloodlust elevates it to a whole nother level. The best targets are the ones you get all fired up for, where you don't know who's going to kill who until that final, passionate moment. Killing without love just leaves me empty. And everyone's unique, you know? Why should their deaths be any different? Like, right now I have so many ideas about how I could kill you. Garroting, poisoning, suffocation. Which one would bring out the best in you? This is why I love meeting new people.
Okay, I already do not like these new people.
Just for the record though, this is purely hypothetical. I'd never go that far with someone I just met.
Alright, so this guy's crazy. Never thought I'd meet a real assassin. Now that I've talked to him a little, I definitely get the feeling he's not someone I'd want to mess with. Or maybe that's just from the way he's dressed. It's not a style many people could pull off.
Next up, sporting the rather eccentric headgear, is Miss Kurara Osuzuki. She's the scion of one of the Tokyo residential complex's most wealthy and influential families. Bow your head, peasant! What? Why are you staring at me like that?
Can you blame me? I'm still trying to figure out what that thing you're wearing is.
You're wondering why I'd hide my noble visage beneath this mask, aren't you? Know your place, scum! Don't insult your betters by trying to understand their decisions! Slit your throat! And repent for your hubris in hell!
Where all that venom come from? Do wealthy people really hate regular folks as much? Yes!
That about does it for our merry band. Well, actually, we do have one other member, but she appears to be outside school grounds at present.
She goes out exploring those ruins pretty much every chance she gets. Such a little go-getter. A real cutie, too. And she's just as cute on the inside. By which I mean her personality, you know. I've never even seen what her guts look like. She's not that kind of girl.
Now that we've all introduced ourselves, perhaps you could tell us your name.
Oh, right. Nice to meet you all. I'm Takumi Samino.
Who cares what your name is? Tell me your slave number, then maybe I'll remember it.
Slave number? I'm your slave?
Can I just get through a simple introduction without you criticizing me?
And you came here from Last Defense Academy?
Yes, that's right.
Splendid! Splendid! Fellow students are always welcome here. But why exactly did you make this journey? Is there some trouble at the main campus? I must admit, I was a tad perplexed when the Honorable Sire stopped contacting me for our daily intel exchanges. Was your communication equipment damaged in your most recent battle, perhaps?
He doesn't know what happened to Siri. Looks like I'll have to break it to him. So a migraine is only a commonplace ailment. I can't believe I was taken in by Lady Kara's lies. Have you seriously never heard of a migraine before? Of course I've heard of it. I simply forgot, that's all. How do you forget? Forgive me, my life has been devoted to training ever since childhood. I'd never left the forest before coming here. I'm entirely self-taught when it comes to academics, so there are some things I might forget more than others. That must have been hard. I've never been any good at studying on my own, apart from maybe learning my multiplication tables way back. Multiple? Don't tell me you've never learned those either. Of course, the multiplicity tables. Oh my goodness. I know them well. They just slipped my mind for a moment. How exactly did you study? With books, naturally. My grandmother had a formidable library of manga. Okay. Maybe you can learn stuff off of manga, but you're not gonna learn academics off manga.
Huh.
Language, mathematics, history, everything I know about life. I learned by reading manga! Please don't tell me she thinks everything she read actually happened. Okay. You know, when I was a kid, very little, I used to think that everything that happened on TV actually happened in real life, but... You're probably creeped out by me being an assassin, right? But trust me, it's not as bad as you think. I don't like killing random people I don't even know, but it's the family business. I was born into it. Unfortunately for me, I was also born with a natural talent for it, so I don't have all that much choice in the matter. Someday, I like to break free and pick my own targets. You know, kill people I want to kill. Killing for money is so impersonal. I want to meet someone who wants to murder me just as much as I do them. Who knows? If you play your cards right, maybe you and me will have that kind of relationship someday. I'll pass. Let's keep a healthy discussion between us. You should consider it an honor to be allowed my presence. If we were back at the complex, I'd never associate with your type. That's fine with me. I wouldn't want to hang out with someone who wears a giant tomato on their head either. That drab outfit of yours is made from regular cloth, too. How very mundane. Hey, I'm sure your clothes are all expensive designer brands, but in the end, they're just cloth too, you know? I ought to wash your mouth out with industrial cleaner for that remark. This is no ordinary fabric. It's a one-of-a-kind material handmade by my favorite idol group. They've never done any weaving before, but people will do anything if you pay or threaten them enough. You made an idol group to do that? Any chump with a few million in their bank account can buy designer brands. The true elite know how to go the extra mile and add real value to their purchases. This girl's got a real nasty attitude. I think all the money's gone to her head.
Well, it's kind of a long story. I guess it all started when...
But before I could go on, the door to the gym swung open and a bright, cheery voice cut across me.
Hey everyone, I'm back.
When I heard it, my whole body tensed up and my heart started beating like crazy. I knew that voice. Up until recently, I used to hear it practically every day. But it couldn't be, could it? I had to know. I turned to face the door. When I saw who had just walked in, my heart beat even faster. So fast, I thought it might burst out of my chest.
Sorry it took so long. I hope I didn't make you worry.
Of course we worried. How many times have we told you not to venture beyond the school without an escort?
I'm sorry. I just thought I might be able to find some kind of clue, no matter how small. I haven't given up on Moko yet. She's got to be out there somewhere. Ah, it's you! Wow, you're finally awake! Are you feeling better? We've been taking care of you the best we can, but it was starting to seem like you'd never come around. Mr. Sumino? Something the matter?
Karuha.
The moment I said her name, the dam broke. I couldn't hold myself back anymore.
Karuha! You're alright? What are you doing here? They haven't been making you fight too, have they?
Let me go! What do you think you're doing? Grabbing my hand like that?
What do you mean? What's the problem? I'm just so happy to see you, Karuha.
And why do you keep calling me Karua?
You're not Kara?
I have no idea who that is.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Huh?
I think you've got me confused for someone else. I'm not this Karua person you keep talking about. My name is Nozomi Kirifuji. See? Our names aren't even similar.
That's actually hilarious. We literally just embarrassed myself. Did I make a mistake? That can't be right. You look exactly like her. Your hairstyle is a little different, but your voice is exactly like I remember it. How could two completely unrelated people be so alike? You are Karura. Stop fooling around. You got me, okay? You've had your fun, so please just... But before I could say any more, a metallic sound rang out, and the next thing I knew, somebody had a blade pressed to my throat. Stand down, Sir Takumi! Be forewarned, my holy Jumanji sword is a sacred blade that actively seeks out the blood of the wicked. I am not the one who decides who I cut down with it. The sword has a mind of its own. Hence, I ask thee, holy Jumanji sword, is this young man our next target? Does he possess a wicked heart? Oh, he totally does, the wickedest. Haven't we met somewhere before? Oldest pickup line in the book? I've seen fraudsters in cheap suits suckering tons of hapless victims that way. And let's not forget the impropriety of touching a girl without her consent. Why would he do that if not to stain Nozomi's fair hand with his own fluids? What kinds of fluids? The indecent kind! Trust me, Kiyoshika. You'll be doing the world a favor by separating this calf's head from his body. That's quite enough. There will be no beheadings here today. Mr. Sumino, I really must insist that you calm down. This young lady is Nozomi Kirifuji. She's a member of this unit. None of us have ever heard of this Karo you speak of. You got it all wrong, old boy. It's time you accepted that. I was wrong? You're not... They're all saying this girl isn't Karo. Is it true? Do they just look the same? How is that even possible? They're completely identical. I mean, it is possible that some people can coincidentally look like each other, but then again, it's like it's not impossible that two people who look similar to each other are different people. And I'm willing to believe that this is not Kara. That our hopes would be way too high for that. And given how these games work, yeah, don't expect that. What is going on here? Things are making less sense than usual. What do you say, Mr. Sumino? Feeling a little less frantic now? I can't believe it. I won't. But if I keep pushing it, they'll only think I'm unstable or dangerous and try to lock me up or worse. I must be smart about this.
Hey!
Sorry, I made a mistake. I guess I got carried away. I'm still a little out of it from whatever knocked me out, and you look so much like this girl I know. Seeing her, well, after all this time, I couldn't help myself. I wasn't thinking straight, sorry. It's okay. You just took me by surprise, that's all. There was no real harm done. I don't blame you for being confused. I'm sure you've been through a lot. You shouldn't be so lenient with him, Nozomi. This is why unattractive commoners like you get taken advantage of. You're always so quick to see the worst in everyone, Kurara, including me, apparently. If you forgive him, Lady Nozomi, then the holy Jumanji sword need not spill blood today. A true warrior fights for justice, not blind revenge. With a flourish, Kiyoshika finally sheathed her sword, and I breathed a sigh of relief. Why is she carrying a katana around anyway? Yeah, the girls here can be kind of intense. You gotta be careful around them. You do a little thing like walk around the school naked, and suddenly everyone's all off with his head. What kind of degenerate wanders around a public space in the buff? Don't you have any shame? You were letting it all hang out. Twas a sight I'll never forget. Let's change the subject, shall we? Mr. Sumino, I think it's time you told us what you're doing here. What's happening over at Last Defense Academy? Oh, right, I almost forgot. I put myself together and told everyone what we've been through in the last few weeks. About Siri being dismembered and hidden in the ruins. About Hiroko taking over as leader, then gone missing. About us being drugged and losing all our food. And finally, about how we'd gone out to search for new supplies, only to be caught in the storm, and how I'd gotten knocked out at some point. That just about covered everything. Wow, man, that's heavy. Sounds like you've really been through the ringer. Probably because they're all useless peasants on that side. You know, like Kiyoshika. Useless? Together with the family Jumanji sword, I am the finest swordsman in all the land. Has it been hard for you all this time? Well, you know, we made it work somehow. The way she acted when she was concerned, her facial expression, the tone of her voice, they were all just as I remembered them. I could try to tell myself Kara and Nozomi were different people, but with all these similarities, my brain would never accept it. You even let your commander get eliminated right under your noses. Just how dense could you possibly be?
Oh.
Good grief, I think all this info has been too much for Nigo. Wake up, you pathetic lump of scrap metal, or do you want to take a one-way trip to the recycling center? After a merciless barrage of whacks on the head from Karara, Nigo finally seemed to regain his senses. The Honorable Siri killed Dismembered? No! How did it happen? Did the invaders get into your school somehow? We think so. That's the only explanation I could think of anyway. If their stealth units are anything like the ninja of yore, winning this war will be even harder than we anticipated. The Holy Jumanji Sword agrees, by the way. You don't have to tell us everything your stupid sword says. You're ruining the flow of the conversation. No, no, no! Siri, my honorable Siri, how can this be? And you quit your blubbering, and I'll crack open your head and restore your factory settings. Anyway, now that I've told you how things stand on our side, can you tell me some more about the school? There's still some stuff I don't quite understand. Is something wrong? Oh no, sorry, it's nothing. Her voice and her expressions are just like I remember. The only thing that's different is her hair. She has to be Kara. What's going on here? Again, I think Takumi is being a little delusional here. Just a little bit though. But anyway, that is going to be it for this episode of the 100-line Last Defense Academy. And next time we're going to be talking to Nigo. I know we're ending off on a bit of a cliffhanger, but that's just gonna how it be. That's all the time I have for today. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.